Good morning, my good friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andre Lefevre. Andre Lefevre. I am a citizen journalist of wildnews.us, wildnews.us. And this is the morning edition of Dissecting the Headlines and Reading Between the Lines. It is June 14, 2018, and I'm in California Pacific Standard Time, 9:33 in the a.m. The Let's go straight at it. The biggest story today is anticipation of Inspector General's report, who inspected the Department of Justice. A lot of hopes, on the part of the freedom-loving people like myself, conservatives and libertarians, and a dread from Democrats and the liberal Nazis, the progressive Nazis. Let's go through the headlines. Bloomberg. Comey broke from FBI procedures and Clinton probe watchdog finds. So I guess there was a leak, and Bloomberg picked up that it criticizes Comey broke from FBI procedures and Clinton probe watchdog finds. Inspector General produced an array of FBI justice decisions. Let me read the first paragraph. Former FBI Director James Comey deviated from Bureau and Justice Department procedures handling the probe of Hillary Clinton, damaging the agency's image of impartially, even though he wasn't motivated by politics. The department watchdog found in highly anticipated report. Okay, so there's no indication that Comey will be charged with anything or committed any crimes. CNN. What to know about the IG report on Clinton email investigation? Looks like Washington, the Justice Department internal watchdog will issue a wide-ranging report Thursday afternoon on how top federal officials handled the investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of private email server. So they all are creating a narrative that apparently he followed. Comey broke some rules but didn't break the law. That's how I read this. Fox News. Sessions wants IG report on Clinton email case would lead to more firings. Looking at these headlines, I have a feeling that the IG report may be a dud. It maybe will result in slaps on the hand of the powerful within the Justice Department and firing of some low-level people. But so far, I don't see any bombshell leaks. New York Times, what to watch in today's report on the FBI's Clinton email investigation. They're all focusing on the private server that Clinton had. NPR report expected to condemn FBI violations of 2016 email investigation. Wall Street Journal. DOJ watchdog Clinton report expected to reignite battle over FBI probes. Now, this is something a little more interesting. So let's read a couple of paragraphs. Here. Let me go back to it. Where did we go? Here we go. Review of email server investigation is expected to include criticism of Justice Department officials. Okay. Vox. Inspector General's new report on FBI Comey Clinton 2016 explained. They're all focusing on the Clinton investigation. I wonder why. It's either a report is a dud or they just want to create a narrative and cover up the real crimes that report will show. Again, I suspect the report is probably a dud. I really do. Let's see. See here. Let's see. Daily Caller. Sessions says more fire is possible file in DOJ report. All right. So there's nothing really more interesting about this. So let's switch gears a little bit. Let's go to Tommy Robinson. If you remember, he is a true political prisoner in Great Britain, and his crime is to reporting on the fact that Muslim rape gangs are abusing wholesale rape, murder, and enslaving of British children. He was arrested and tried by a kangaroo court and sentenced to 13 months in jail. And now 100% FedUp.com reports that he has been transferred to Muslim-controlled prison, and that one of the imams ordered a hit on him. It is obvious that the powerful in Great Britain want to kill him. So let's pray for him, and let's hope that British people will demonstrate enough, protest enough, and Tommy's cause will find enough support among people who have a little bit of conscience left in the British power structure, and undo this injustice. If Tommy Robinson is allowed to die in prison, we can write off Great Britain as a great nation. Just strike it off. It will turn into just another banana republic. Moving on. This is Washington Times. This is good news. A Supreme Court rules state law banning political apparel at polls is illegal. Let me read a paragraph. The Supreme Court on Thursday rejected the Minnesota law barring voters from wearing political apparel to the polls, saying it was too draconian and stifling American First Amendment rights. In November, I don't know how it relates to California. I believe there are California statutes that prohibit it. I think in November, when I am going to vote, I'm going to wear a MAGA hat. I may even live stream it, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. The next story is also from Washington Times. Backdoor to illegal immigration clause in U.S. clears more asylum cases than it receives in May. Let's read between the lines. As critical as I am of Jeff Sessions, one thing he is doing, he is helping us protect the southern border. Why is it important? It is because the progressive Nazis and Democrats have flooded our country with illegal immigrants, and they vote them illegally. This is the only reason they are capable of winning in the polls. Without the illegal vote of the illegals, California would still be libertarian and conservative, and many other states, including Arizona and Texas, will be even more so. This is the only way liberals, Democrats, progressive Nazis can stay in power, is to election fraud, voter fraud. Remember, they vote the illegals, legally or illegally. Well, Paul Ryan is obviously part of the cabal, and he have proposed a. Let me go to that story. Well, before I get to the story, let me finish this thought. Jeff Sessions is clearing the loophole in the law that allows people from Central America to seek asylum really quickly, and apparently he's deporting quite a few. But Paul Ryan, and this is a story from yesterday, also from the Washington Times, wants to introduce a amnesty bill in Congress. And in my view, it is basically MS-13 amnesty bill. And he wants to legalize millions upon millions of illegal immigrants so they can vote Democratic, hopefully in the next election or in the election cycle afterwards. Paul Ryan is no different from Hillary Clinton. He is no different from any other Democrat. He's a rhino. He's a rhino. Next story comes from the Department of Justice DOJ press release. Let me read you the headline. More than 2,300 suspected online child sex offenders arrested during Operation Broken Heart. And let me read you the paragraph. The Department of Justice today announced the arrest of more than 2,300 suspected online child sex offenders during a 3-month nationwide operation conducted by Internal Crimes Against Children Task Force. This task force identified 195 offenders who either produced child pornography or committed child sex abuse. 383 children who suffered recent ongoing historical sexual abuse or production of child pornography. This is excellent news. For some reason, our power elites in the United States, Europe too, the West, are addicted to pedophilia. Jeffrey Epstein, the infamous purveyor of Pedophile Island, entertained luminaries, progressive Nazi luminaries like Bill Clinton by serving them underage children on his private island. He was convicted of that. For some reason, our children of wealthy parents, people that run our culture and our country, the select few hereditary rich, are all Marxist liberals, and they condone pedophilia for some reason. They think it's chic. Their publication, for instance, like Salon.com, celebrates pedophilia. To them, pedophilia is good. To them, is chic. And I am glad. I know that Jeff Sessions needs to be replaced, but at least he is taking the hard line on pedophiles. Anyways. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you joining me in my videos more than I can ever tell you. Visit my website, wildnews.us, and God bless you, my friends. God bless you.